All right, so I'm assuming you're watching this video because you're looking for a method that allows you to be able to make girls squirt. Like you're probably somebody who's watched a bunch of videos about theory and demonstrating on fake stuff or whatever, but nothing that is actual real step-by-step demonstration videos, which is basically what the squirting school is. Um, and you probably want to know if the squirting school is legitimate or if it works or not. So I'm not gonna do like most videos would do and talking about the squirting school. I'm going to tell you my actual testimonial from when I used the training from when I first got in and the experiences that I had with the girl that you see in this text conversation. So I was one of the first members of the squirting school, and I documented my basically my kind of my journey of learning, implementing, and the results that I would get. I was documenting that stuff on my Tumblr page before Tumblr became against not safe for work type of content. But when I first joined, I had an experience with the girl that I ended up putting on there, and I wrote the whole story. So I'm going to tell you my testimony. I'm going to tell you my story of how it worked for me, and then you can make your own decision. So but in the meantime, there's a link below this video that takes you to weteachsex.com so you can sign up for the squirting school. You can click that at any time. You can click that now, and but there's a video that'll play, so you won't be able to hear me. So you can wait until the end and then click that link if you like to. So I learned the techniques. I watched it because I was probably somebody like you watching YouTube videos, seeing people demonstrate on fake stuff or showing you what they're supposed to be doing, but it wasn't an actual demonstration video. That was something that I was looking to create myself. And then I stumbled upon We Teach Sex. So, being on Tumblr, kind of sharing other experiences and whatnot, I got a DM from a girl who lived in New Jersey. I lived in Philadelphia. So we ended up meeting up. Our first encounter, we just kind of chilled, got to know each other. She jerked me off. We recorded that, and I posted that on my Tumblr because that you could do that back then. And then we ended up meeting up again, to actually have sex this time. So what ended up happening was I was eating her out, we got into it or whatever. I was eating her out, and she was like, "Fuck me, baby, fuck me." So I got up and started fucking her. I fucked the shit out of her. That wasn't my goal. I wanted to make her come from eating her out. That's one of the techniques that I was teaching on my own Tumblr page. So I wanted to make her come from eating her out, but she wanted me to have sex with her. So when I had sex with her, she didn't come. So I stopped. She didn't come. So when I nutted and she didn't come, I like to make women come. That's my thing. So I went back down on her and started eating her out again. But this time I started doing what Marcus taught as far as the squirting technique. So I put my fingers in her and started doing exactly what he said. The inside of her vagina swole up, which is normally what happens when the water, the squirt, whatever it is, it's not pee. People say it's pee, but it's not pee. But the sac in there starts to fill up, and then I did exactly what he told me to do. And I lied to you not. She started screaming so fucking loud. It sounded like a fire truck in my ears. Like she was screaming I think at the highest decibel she could possibly go. Now we're in her living room on her couch, and the screen door, the sliding door was open. So I can guarantee that her neighbors heard exactly what was happening. And I swear to God, she was so loud that I was afraid that her neighbors was going to call the police, because it didn't sound like the moans of pleasure that you would hear in porn. It sounded like she was about to explode. That's what it sounded like. So, I did that, and it went on for a long time. I thought that it would die down eventually, but it never died down. She stayed at the exact same decibel the whole time. The only thing she did was take breaths. And I thought, I don't know what I was thinking, but I know I remember thinking that this can't be good for her. That's what I was thinking. So I just stopped. And when I stopped, she was like, "Did I squirt?" And I was like, "You sure did." And she was like, "That's the first time that's ever happened to me." What I thought she meant was that was the first time she ever squirted. What she was actually saying, because we had a conversation later, she was saying that this was the first time that a guy had ever made her squirt. She had made herself squirt before through masturbation, but a guy had never made her squirt before. So I was the first one, right? So she says she squirted 3 times total, but the first 2 times is the only time anything came out. The third time, nothing came out, but she still squirted. So in that time of me using the techniques that Marcus teaches, She squirted 3 times. So as you can see here, so this is the conversation. She just randomly text me one day. This is before I had an iPhone. I think this is my Android. Here is my Tumblr handle, so I had to blur that out. But yeah, I had to watermark my stuff so that people wouldn't try to steal it and say it was their shit. But I don't want you to know my Tumblr handle because I don't want you to know who I am. But yeah, so all right, so she texts me this out of the blue. I keep having flashbacks to how hard you made me come. I think I came for like 10 minutes straight. My voice was sore today. And that's what I'm saying. That's how loud she was. Her voice was sore the next day. That's how fucking loud she was. I said, damn, I'm going to need to screenshot this because I wanted to post this on my Tumblr so people could see it, because I said I was documenting my journey. So she said, remember when you sexed me extra good and I came all over myself? This was a whole different day. She just randomly texted me again. And I'm like, yep. So I ended up taking this screenshot, posted on my Tumblr, and then I basically wrote out the story that I just told y'all. Then I DM'd her on Instagram. This was about a year later. And I texted her and I said, to this day, I ask myself if that orgasm was real. And she says, which one? The best orgasm of my life? Yeah, that was real as fuck. And I'm like, wow. Cause that's how loud she was and the way that she reacted to the techniques that I was doing. It was just hard for me to believe that it was real. That's how loud she was. And it's still to this day, it's hard for me to believe that this shit works so well. I've made a bunch of girls squirt since then. You know what I mean? I made a girl that I met in a different part of Jersey. We were just having a conversation. My hands end up in her pants, and I do the techniques. Her pussy swells up, and the next thing you know, she's squirting in my car. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I say like I've been a member since the beginning, and this shit works, I mean it. So if you're wondering, this isn't some YouTube video with theory that's just telling you about this shit. I actually do this. Like I've recorded porn videos of myself doing techniques that I've learned from this and put them on my X videos channel and whatnot. So that's nothing that I want to share because I don't want to reveal my identity. But yeah, this shit works. So like I said, there's a link below this video that'll take you to the main website for WeTeachSex.com. You might not see this button there initially because you have to watch this video. You have to watch it for a certain amount of time before this button pops up. And when you click this button, it takes you to the actual page where you can sign up and become a member like I did. Now, the beauty of this is you literally have 6 months to try this training. And if you don't get any results within that time, you can just ask for your money back through an email and they'll give you your money back. No questions asked. That's one of the reasons that I decided to sign up, was because people only do stuff like that if they're truly confident in what they teach. So that's kind of the reason that got me to take the plunge and go over, because I'm trying to master everything, whether it's giving a woman orgasms from head, giving her orgasm through fingering her, or with my dick. I'm trying to master all that stuff, and that's what my Tumblr was all about. So it was just right for me to educate myself, especially if there's a 180-day money back guarantee. So if the shit didn't work, I would just get my money back and I'd be right back where I started. So I didn't feel like I was losing anything. But the video is going on longer than I thought. The story, I guess, was longer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, click the link below this video. Come here and watch this video. I'm not sure if you're going to like this because this is just a classic sales video. What I would say is just watch it until this thing pops up, click it and sign up. This is pretty inexpensive to join. And like I said, you have 180 days to try it out. And if it doesn't work, you get your money back. You know what I mean? So it's risk-free is basically how they would word that. It's risk-free. But yeah, man, I am a glowing testimonial of this shit. I'm a believer. So, if stories like this don't encourage you to sign up, then I don't know, maybe nothing will, man. But yeah, if you really want to become a master at making women squirt, and let me tell you, let me just say this last thing. That's something that they never fucking forget. If you're the first one, if you're the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, it's so rare for people to be able to make women do this shit that there's so many women that think that they can't do it. And it's just because people be doing improper technique. So yeah, just give it a shot. Just click the link below, give it a shot. I mean, the worst that can happen is you get your money back. That's what I always say. All right. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.